I feel it's a mistake not to increase the pay by 6.1% across the board, instead settling for 3% and a bonus for lower earners. When done once, it has a relatively small effect that will mean that everyone will be 3.1% worse off forever, I believe, compared to a 6.1% rise. What can we reasonably expect inflation to be next year? I believe we're already looking at least another 6%, but we'll find out in September. That's when we traditionally lock it in. Once we've already eroded your purchasing power by not keeping up with inflation, do you think there'll be hesitation to do it again? It is then, when this is cascaded across a few years, that everyone becomes considerably poorer. If you don't believe me, then model it. I have. This won't tackle income inequality, it will compound it.
I did a couple of calculations myself, which says that an individual on $20,000 a year in working for government would be £880 gross better off than someone who had a 6.1% inflationary wage rise in this next year. An individual on £30,000 would be £570 better off in that year than someone on a 6.1% pay rise. But someone on £100,000 in government would be £3,100 worse off than a 6.1% pay rise, but they will get a £3,000 a year pay rise. That is why I thought this was the right way to go. It was looking after those who have less discretionary expenditure, less discretionary money to spend on other things, and who need that help. And we directed the money that we had to lower income groups.
The pay offer is, in my view, that dangerous, with the potential to cause real problems in the future, that I cannot support it. We have a funny old budget process, and I cannot oppose just one part of the budget and have no choice but to vote against the whole budget because of the shortcomings of just one or two parts. Now, unless there are changes, and it has been suggested we go back to a select committee perhaps to try and find a compromise position, well, I'm afraid what I intend to do, Mr. Speaker, because I feel I have no option, is to vote against the whole budget. Thank you.